Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Paul. Today in the channel, I wanted to discuss Iron Man Mark VII from the Avengers movie. This is the diecast version from Hot Toys, the MMS 500. Before we begin, as always, for all of you guys subscribed to the channel, a warm welcome back. And to everyone who's visiting for the first time, thank you so much for checking out the channel. I do hope you like what you see, and if you do, please leave me a comment, hit that thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot. Alright, let's dive into the figure and let's take a closer look. In terms of the build, I think it's a very film accurate. They did use a little bit of a lighter shade of red, like a satin red. In the movie, it has a little bit darker shade, but that's okay. I am loving the weathering on the armor. It gives it a little bit more realistic look to it. The golds and the silver that they use, it is amazing. Now, there is a lot of interchangeability on this particular figure. So you can pop out the head, remove the shoulders, pop out the shoulder plates, the hands and whatnot. Yeah, so it is a really versatile figure. Alright, so at the front, you can remove this chest plate. It is assisted by magnets as well as traditional clips, which is a nice touch. So as you guys can see here, there's a lot of details there. I am loving that attention to details, as Hot Toys are very known for. At the shoulders, you can actually move these flaps right about there. So just be careful, it tends to get loose. And these flaps as well, it also moves. So it's a little bit stiff, so you guys be careful with your figure when moving them and whatnot. So there you have it. So it's an awesome piece. So be sure to clip that on, and if you hear the snap, and then just push it a little bit downward so it is staying in place. Alright, so you can also stretch the figure there. So he has a certain movability there, ab crunch and whatnot, so that is a very nice touch. And moving to the legs, you can actually move the legs side to side about 20 degrees and spreading the legs for about 60 degrees. The thigh armor here is interchangeable. We do have a little bit of flap here where you can extend it a little bit for better movement, so he can actually raise his legs a little bit. There you go. We do have a side flap here. It's a little bit fragile, I think. It has a small hinge connecting it to the leg, so be careful when moving that. There's a lot of details inside the figure, so which is nice. He does come with movable flaps in the legs here. Very nice. So the ankle as well, so there, so for better movement and whatnot. So yeah. Alright, so let's take a look at the other display modes that we can do with this figure. Alright, so let's try to do the battle damage mode. So the first thing you would need to do is to pop out the head and replace it with the battle damage Tony Stark head. Then remove the shoulder blades and replace that with the battle damage shoulder pads. Next thing you would do is remove the shoulder blades and attach the battle damage shoulder blades. And then next, remove the chest plate and change it with the battle damage chest plate. Next thing is remove the thigh armor and attach the battle damage thigh armor. Alright, so here he is. Although it is an amazing battle damage design, I don't think I'm gonna be displaying my figure like this. I mean, it is an amazing figure in terms of the battle damage, but the face, it looks really battle damage as well as the chest, but overall it doesn't have that much battle damage in the armor overall. Alright, so let's move on to the missile launching mode. So the first thing you do is to replace it with the original head, add the missile launching mode shoulder pads, remove the shoulder blades, and then attach the missile launching shoulder blades. Next is remove the hands and the forearms, attach the missile launching forearms, and attach the hand. remove the thigh armor and attach the missiles launching thigh armor. And there you have it. So I think I would be displaying my Iron Man figure like this. It is an amazing design overall. I'm loving the way this came out with all those moving parts, mechanical parts and whatnot. It's an amazing design that Hot Toys was able to pull off with this one. I'm loving this. I would be displaying my Iron Man figure like this probably. Alright, so now we're moving on with the pod mode. Alright, the first thing you do is remove the shoulder blade and then removing the head. We also need to remove the neck, and then we need to stretch out both arms sideways. Be careful with that shoulder pad. Remove the hand backward, remove the back flap, and then remove the feet and replace it with the pod mode feet. Then attach the laser sensors on the side, on the shoulders. Attach the chest plate on the top of the body and the cover at the bottom there. And then we need to attach the chest plate. And then we need to attach this plate and then adjust that to make it more seamless. Now the shoulder blades from the normal mode can be disattached and attach that to the pod mode. And there you have it. So you have your pod mode. I'm probably not gonna do that in a very long time. I mean, it was very time consuming trying to do it in a pod mode. Maybe if I have an extra cash, I would probably get another Mark 7 just to have him in a pod mode. I mean, it's a pity that we cannot have the Mark 7 along with the pod mode in display. And here they are, the Mark 7, the Mark 50. So side by side, they are at the same height. The main difference is that the Mark 7 is actually a little bit more bulkier than the Mark 50. And the Mark 7 is significantly heavier in terms of the paint job that they use. So the Mark 50 has a lighter shade of red as well as the gold and the gunmetal color that they use. Overall, they do look very, very nice together. I am actually loving them side by side. Alright, so here we have the Mark 7 compared with the Mark 3. As you can see, there's a big height difference with the both of them. 3 is used in the first Iron Man movie and the Mark 7 is used in the Avengers movie. Previous releases from Hot Toys in terms of the Iron Man tends to be shorter than the new releases. I do wish that Hot Toys would release the older figures, especially the diecast figures, with the same height so you would be able to display them side by side without the discrepancy on the height. But looking at them right now, I am loving them both. And that's about it. So I highly recommend this figure for all of you guys that are fan of Iron Man as well as the Avengers, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I really do think that this particular figure is value for your money. With all the accessories, the paint job, the quality, yeah, everything about it just screams premium. It is an amazing figure. I love it. I believe right now he is my number one Iron Man figure at this very moment. A big shout out to Hot Toys and Sideshow Market Facebook group, and to Sir Tukmolski, Arturo Medina, for getting me this figure. I will link the Facebook group as well as his Facebook profile down in the description below. Alright, so thank you so much for dropping by. I do hope that you like what you see. And if you do, please do leave me a comment, like the video, and please do subscribe. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Go rebuild your passion.